You get an A plus, and you get an A plus, and you get an A plus. Everybody gets A pluses. Hi, I'm MK Williams. I'm an author and independent publisher. I love sharing my insights about all things self-publishing with you. Before I get into the details about today's video, don't forget to hit subscribe. That way you'll be notified every week when I put out new videos on self-publishing, making a career out of being an author, and now being a mompreneur. So it was either late July or early August when this change was made, but us indie authors now all have access to add A+ content to our books. So this kind of content is added graphics and content that can help sell your book. Now, traditional publishers and other products on Amazon have had access to this for a while, but now we indies can have access to it as well. So I'll have links below where you can look at the details from KDP, and there are a lot of videos popping up on YouTube to talk about this. So I was like, oh, I have to rush to make a video right away. And then a bunch of videos were made and I was like, oh, sweet, now I have time to make this video. So this is new for us indies. And in general, we're all learning as we go. So I'm not necessarily convinced that adding it is going to help me sell my books as much as not adding it will detract from the look and feel of my book page. So it seems like it's one of those things where like, if you don't do it, it looks less polished. So I'm definitely trying to do that. And of course, then I have to remember to optimize it, yada, yada, yada. So I'm going to walk through with you how I'm uploading these for my book, The Infinite Infinite. I have Photoshop as well that I use for my YouTube thumbnails and book covers, but I was fiddling with the image sizes and I just couldn't get it to work. So I switched over to my BookBrush account and it was super easy to use. And I've already done a call with Kathleen, so you can actually go back to that video that I'll link up top so you can actually watch how to do those. Okay, so let's first look at an example of a major best-selling book that's traditionally published and what they're using for the A+ content. Now, I'm going to be showing you today the A+ content I'm setting up for the Infinite Infinite. And so some of the books I wanted to compare to were Dark Matter, like other multiverse, mystery, suspense thriller books. So let's go take a look at what Blake Crouch is doing. Now, obviously, I'm not going to mimic this exactly, but it's one of those things that you want to like think about of like, okay, what are some other things that the traditional authors are doing? How are they making use of it? So this is under the from the publisher section, which is the A+ content. So he has this nice leaderboard image. It looks like they maybe cut it off from something else to size it, which is kind of funny. And then they did one of the interviews where they had like the image and they did the text, which is interesting because they could be doing some other things. So it actually is pretty unique that they're doing that and making it a little different from just the images. Now, I do plan on revamping and revising my A+ content over time. So I'm actually going to go with the slices of the 3 images. Okay, now I am using the custom creator in BookBrush to be able to make my A+ content. Now, what's really great is that they have added templates for the sizes, and also under their community templates, you can just pick something and then remake it. So I picked something that wasn't my exact genre, like they right now have just a few for genre, but I was like, you know, I like the font, I kind of like the look and feel of it, and then I was able to change out the background image, obviously change out the text and do that. So now I have these items, so I'm ready to, this is just one of them, you're going to see all 3. I'm ready to go ahead and upload this into KDP. Okay, so from KDP, I'm going to navigate over to marketing. Okay, and I'm going to do the A+ content. Now I'm going to choose .com first, and I am going to add the same content to all of the English-speaking marketplaces first and go from there. Okay, so you can see I've already done quite a bit of adding. So let's start creating some new A+ content for the Infinite Infinite. So I'm going to say Infinite Infinite. Boom. Super easy. Add module. We are going to do, now you need to do for the 3 slices, so you can do this leaderboard, but then you have to do something else below it. You can only do one of these, or I can do the standard image dark text overlay, and that allows me to do multiple items. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so as you saw, I was able to upload the image. I had to put an image caption on it. Now, the place where I could put a headline and other text will remain there. But as you'll see when I go to preview it later, those boxes, because they're empty, just won't show up. So I'm okay with that for now. So I'm going to go ahead and add another one. Now the nice thing is I was trying to figure out which one was which because I hadn't saved the titles. I could easily move these up and down. So that makes it really easy if you're like, oops, I was telling a story with this and I uploaded them in the wrong order. Okay, so those are the 3 that I want to do. So next I'm going to hit save because I've noticed that if you just go to the ASINs, it gets a little glitchy. And this is where it is just easier to have this pulled up and just pull up your ASINs instead of doing the search for them. It can be really frustrating to do that. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to apply, and now I'm going to go and do the paperback one and hit apply for that. Okay, so now both of the ASINs are in there, so I can go ahead now and say review and submit. Hey guys, just quickly cutting in here from the original screen capture I did. So as you notice when I did this, I had 2 ASINs on here for the ebook and the paperback. Well, the Infinite also exists in hardcover and audiobooks. So I'm going to go in and show you what happens when I try to add the ASIN for the hardcover, which is currently printed and distributed through Ingram Spark, and what happens when I add the audiobook as well. So I have my hardcover ASIN. Okay, yep, that's my book. Okay, it shows up in gray. So what's going on here? So when I click Y, it tells me it's not eligible because it's not recognized as part of my brand. So this isn't part of my KDP dashboard. So even though this is all linked under my Author Central profile, when you go to my Author Central, they all show up together. They're saying that I can't add it for this. Now let's see what happens when I go to do this for the audiobook. Okay, same thing. Not recognized as part of my brand, even though, you know, it's the same login that I have for KDP and ACX that's available for. They're saying that I can't add it there. So this is only eligible as of the time I'm recording this, September 7th, 2021, for items that you publish through KDP. So even your ACX titles and any titles that you have through Ingram Spark that are showing on Amazon that are married to your account in Author Central are not eligible. So now reviewing and submitting, you see those text boxes, because they weren't filled in, are just going to be empty. All right, yay. Those are all 3 done. So I can submit it for approval. Submit. Boom. Great. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to my A+ Content Manager. I really wish there was a way I could just hit like copy over, but alas, that's not the case. So I'm going to go down to UK, and I'm going to do this for the UK marketplace now. Okay, so I'm going to be doing this for all of the English-speaking marketplaces, so US, UK, Canada, and Australia. So that's going to help me to make sure that where it's available, where I obviously natively know the language, that's going to be on there. And then I will go back over time and add this content to the other languages as I'm able to get them translated accurately. You know, I could just throw it in Google Translate, but I know things sometimes do get lost in translation with that. So I want to be really thoughtful on that. Okay, so I originally tested this with self-publishing for the first-time author with a US-only banner and then a comparison chart, and then with Escaping Avalanche on pre-order, and across all English-speaking versions of Amazon, so US, UK, Canada, Australia. So I did learn that Amazon doesn't like it when you quote from book reviews on this, so be on the lookout for that. It'll be interesting to see how it does with blurbs and editorial reviews versus actual like written reviews. That's a first learning that I had. For the first ones I submitted, it took 48 hours to get reviewed and approved. Like a week later, I submitted, it took a couple days. And then even just when I was doing the screen capture for this video, it was approved within minutes. So it was super fast to get it approved. So that was really nice. It seemed like they're getting more efficient with it. And you do get a confirmation email when it's approved and for what marketplace it was approved on. Now, when I tried to put in a review of the book, I did get an email saying it was kicked back for that reason. So that was actually really helpful to get that notification. So I'm going to keep posting updates on how I'm optimizing for this and what I'm learning from using this feature with Amazon, but I definitely love to hear from you. What have you learned so far? What have you found? If you want to try out BookBrush to create these like I did, I actually have a discount code for 15% off of the paid plans if you use code MK15. Now, I don't get anything from that. That's just savings for you. So enjoy. So if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to hit subscribe. That lets YouTube know that you found this information helpful and can get it in front of other authors like us. And now you can get back to writing your book. Hey, if you want to continue to support this channel and my other creative work, please head over to buymeacoffee.com and support my channel. You can buy me 1 coffee, 3, 5, 10, or you can even get a membership. Those who are in the membership are actually going to be included in the acknowledgements pages of all of my published books moving forward as a big thank you. And you can even get some additional options to get an Instagram thank you post shout out or a shout out in an upcoming video. Thank you so much for supporting this channel.